Hey guys, Keith Engel, TGI Sports Talk, with our Patriots Week 4 recap. Pretty mixed bag here, guys. It's hard to know where to start. Patriots really up against it, 1-2, going to Green Bay, where Aaron Rodgers is rough. They've won 14 straight home games. Aaron Rodgers, as I said, very, very good. Belichick and the Patriots have not been there since 2014. They're going there with Bobby Hoyer starting at quarterback, some other injuries, and some very uneven play the first 3 weeks of the season. We saw some improvement in week 3, but some disappointing play as well, and an injury to Mac Jones, obviously. Yesterday's final 27-24, certainly better than I would have expected. I did say on several shows yesterday, including my own shows, that if the Patriots ran for 200 yards, they'd have a shot to win this game, potentially keep the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands, play good defense. The corners need to play well. The run defense need to play well. Most of that happened. The run defense wasn't good early, but it got better late. The corners played very well. As you know, Mills was out yesterday with an injury, inactive. And, not Marcus Jones. Sorry. We had Dwayne Joneses on this team this year. Jack Jones steps up, starts at the corner, not only causes a fumble and recovers it, but also picks off Aaron Rodgers for a pick six that really, really looked like they'd gotten the energy back in the Patriots court. But Bobby Hoyer only plays one series, went 5 of 6, looked pretty good, took the Patriots to a field goal on their first drive of the game, and head injury, concussion, and he's out. Who knows how long he'll be out with the whole Tua situation in Miami and the uproar there. I mean, things are going to start changing as far as the way the NFL deals with these concussion protocols. Of course, Mac Jones out day to day. If you listen to Bill Belichick, 4 to 6 weeks. If you listen to people with a little bit of a realistic thought in mind. So what do we get? We get Bailey Zappi gets his first start. 4th round draft pick out of Western Kentucky by way of Houston Baptist before that. So in a year and a half, this kid's gone from Houston Baptist to Western Kentucky, where he did very, very well, to Foxborough. Well, actually, in this case, Lambeau Field, and playing in his first NFL game. And to be honest with you, by all accounts, he acquitted himself pretty well. There were some rookie moments, held the ball too long in several times. There was a couple of points where I thought the offensive play calling, which I thought was very good all day, put him in a couple of bad spots later in the game. Patriots trying to run clock. They run the ball twice and then force him to throw on 3rd down. Now they had really gotten to kind of second and short. You got to throw somewhere other than 3rd down with the rookie quarterback there. Don't leave it to 3rd down when they can just tee off on him. But he played pretty well, guys. He was 10 of 15 for 99 yards, only averaged 6.6 yards an attempt, but that's what this offense has been averaging pretty much most of the year anyway. Did get sacked 3 times for 24 yards, but he had a quarterback rating of 107 in this game. Touchdown, no interceptions. Didn't turn the ball over. Hit Parker with a very nice touchdown pass in this game as well. And I thought he played pretty well, and you may be seeing him for a bit because I doubt, again, that Mac Jones is going to make a miraculous recovery here, and I would think that Hoyer is going to be out for an extended period of time. So the Patriots are going to be out looking for another quarterback. Some talk about Cam Newton. Cam Newton's not coming back here. some other veterans being tossed around. We'll see what actually happens here. I don't really know who they're going to bring in. They're definitely going to bring in some bodies, though, to probably work out this week. Because, again, Zappe's going to be the quarterback, and they're going to have to probably change some things up, maybe, and run the ball more. Listen, I said they had to run it, again, getting back to what I said, they had to run 200 yards, win the game. Well, they ran for 167, average 5 yards a carry. Damian Harris with 86 of those and a touchdown, the 20th of his career. Ramondre Stevenson played very well again, 66 yards on 14 touches yesterday. In the receiving game, he had 4 catches yesterday as well for 23 yards. There are times he looks like a game breaker, and I think you will see him carry the ball more and more, as we said in past recaps, as the season goes on. What else did the Patriots do on offense? Kendrick Bourne, I said they had to get him involved as well. He had 1 run, 2 catches, 3 targets. Not enough out of Kendrick Bourne, and not enough attention paid to him. I thought the Patriots did a really good job, as I said, in the run game. They mixed up some inside runs with some outside zone blocking, set up the play action passing attack for Zappe, which is the goal of this whole offensive scheme change in the first place. Now, maybe, and he adapted to it pretty well, I thought. Maybe better than Mac Jones so far, but Mac Jones was making a big transition from Josh McDaniels' offense to what they're running now. But I do think that Matt Patricia did a better job again. 4th game in a row, I think the offense has improved, both from a production standpoint. They're lead in rushing, I believe, and also play calling. I thought the play calling was much better, except a couple spots where I thought, again, they left the rookie in a bad spot, must-throw situations where you need to avoid those. If you get into places where you're just trying to run some clock or get a first down, don't leave it to third and long, third and a must throw, right? So you need to kind of look and be aware of that. And I thought they did that a couple of times to him. But other than that, I thought the play calling was pretty good. Devontae Parker with another touchdown, as we said, only a couple catches with 2 targets. Nelson Aguilar had 3 catches. Jacoby Myers was out of this game. He's also, by the way, the emergency quarterback. So I don't know what would have happened if Zappe got hurt yesterday and Bill Belichick was not offering up any information on that. Hunter Henry, 2 catches. Jonnu Smith gets hurt in this game, is pretty much a non-factor again in the passing game and overall. Look at the Patriots offense. There's nothing to complain about. On defense, Matthew Judon is just really proving that he's one of the best defensive players in the game. He becomes just the 4th Patriot to get sacks in 4 straight games to start the season. You Patriot fans will know who the first guy to do that. It was Hall of Famer and all-time Patriot great Andre Tippett. 40 years ago, probably. Probably 40 years ago-ish, 35. So Judon just keeps on being a game breaker all the way around. I thought I got to go back to the offense for 1 second. The offensive line played a bit better. A couple nice plays out of Strange, and Marcus Cannon played well. He was activated for this game. They played 6 linemen a lot of times, and he also rotated in and out with Isaiah Wynn, who had another tough day. Isaiah Wynn is not playing well. Don't know if he's hurt, but it's something that I think the Patriots need to address soon. And Marcus Cannon, former Patriot, went to the Texans, came back, is likely one of those guys. Bentley again with a nice defensive game, 9 tackles, 3 solo tackles. Adrian Phillips all over the field. He's been hurt, banged up, but he's an important part of this backfield. He played very well, 8 tackles, 6 solo tackles. I'm going to say this kid's wrong. Tavia played very well. He was all over the field. Again, he had 8 tackles, 5 solos, played very, very well in that. He's kind of a hybrid in what he's doing on this defense, but he's playing very, very well. Jack Jones, as we said, he had 7 tackles. He also had that interception for a touchdown on a fumble recovery. So very nice to see this kid stepping up. You could see him pushing Mills for the starting job here sooner than later. Other notes, Kristen Barmore, who got his, I think his first start of the year yesterday. He had 4 tackles and 2 for 2 solos. He had a hit on the quarterback as well. Kyle Duggar back from injury, a big addition, or not addition, but when he's out, he's a big loss for that secondary. And he played very well yesterday as well. Added another dimension to that. Jabari Pepper's only in for a few plays, but played well when he was in there. Playing well on special teams as well, by the way. The Patriots had 3 quarterback hits, and I think they sacked. Let's see, did they sack 1 sack only for 7 yards of Rodgers? But they did pressure him quite a bit, as I said. Rodgers goes 21 of 35 for 251, 2 touchdowns, an interception that was run back for a touchdown. Again, as I say, 89 quarterback rating for him. Most of the damage done, and most of that damage was done late. When the Patriots most needed to stop him, he becomes Aaron Rodgers. They did a great job defending Rodgers most of the day, frustrating him badly for much of the game. Even on the first drive in overtime, they frustrated him, forced a punt, got the ball at midfield. That was really the place for the Patriots to win that game. And that was where the play calling really kind of bogged down a little bit for the first time all day. And, 2 runs and a pass, and you're forcing a kid into passing on 3rd down, and not a spot you want to be in. They have to punt. Bailey punted a bit better today. Not able to pin them back too far, and Rodgers quickly took them down the field for the game-winning field goal. Most of the damage on the offense done early by Aaron Jones. He ran for 110 yards, a lot of it early, as I said. A.J. Dillon had a nice game, actually stepped it up better than Jones in the second half. Ran for 73 yards. So not a great 199 yards rushing for the Packers. So the Patriots run defense, which had been very good up to this point, was a bit less impressive yesterday. But late, in big moments, they played pretty well to force this team to turn the ball over. Or change possession. As far as the Packers pass catchers, Lazard was very, very good. 6 catches, 116 yards. Watched this kid play last week. Played really, really well then too. Very impressed with him. 6 catches again on 8 targets. Romeo Doubs, who's a rookie who's playing pretty well, did have 5 catches for 47 yards. Thought they had what might have been the game-winning touchdown in regulation. Overturned because he did not take the ball all the way to the ground. A really nice catch, fairly well defended by, I don't remember who was, it might have been Phillips on that play. I don't remember specifically now. But he rides him to the ground, and the rule says, even though he caught the ball, had possession, 2 feet come down, he falls to the ground and loses possession of the ball. And that's what the rules state. That is not a catch. Randall Cobb had some big catches, only 3 catches, but a couple catches in big spots for the Packers. And then the running backs really didn't get involved much in the running game. So, kind of a mixed bag again, as I say. I thought we got really good play out of the running backs. I think we got really good play, the best we could expect out of a rookie quarterback who probably is not ready for that spot as much as you might think, but he did very, very well, I thought. Some other keys to this game, as I said, Jones playing really well. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention? Special teams. Nick Folk continues his streak of field goals inside of 40 yards yesterday. He just goes 1 for 1 on field goals, 3 for 3 on extra points. Bailey Average 44 yards a kick, 2 into the end zone, though. He's struggling a little bit. Kicked better than he did last week, but struggling a little bit. The big story on special teams, I think, is Marcus Jones. He has arrived. They were looking for him to be a kick returner, and he returned the only kicks of the day, the only punts of the day. He averaged 27 yards on 4 kick returns with a long of 37, and he returned 2 punts for 49 yards, a long of 29. Played very, very well, and I think you're going to see a lot more of Marcus Jones in this role. As I said, a couple other notes I might not have touched on. We talked about that. We talked about Zapp. We talked about Juden. Oh, we talked about Marcus Jones. Jonnu Smith gets hurt in this game along with Hoyer, so we don't know what his situation is going to be. Hurt his ankle, so that's something to keep an eye on. Let's see if there's anything else we should touch on here, guys. I'm going through my notes here from yesterday's game. I repeated myself a lot on the Jones brothers. We'll take a look at the schedule in a second. Thought there was one other note I wanted to mention. A couple game notes, I guess. We talked about Juden becoming the second player with sack in 4 straight games. Great job. Nick Folk extends that NFL record for most consecutive field goals made under 50. Why do I feel like he's going to miss? He's going to break that record's going to fall or end when in a big spot. I hope not. Devin McCourty tied Raymond Claiborne for 8th on the Patriots list of all-time games played with 191. Actually, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Aaron Rodgers had thrown over 3,000 passes at home without a pick six, and that streak got broken yesterday with Jones running that back for a touchdown. Damian Harris hits 20 touchdowns rushing for his career. And that's kind of it. As I said, Dugan returned. Canna was activated, so some changes to the roster there. Patriots, I said this was going to be a tough September. Would have liked to gotten away from here. I don't have a great feed here today. I apologize if this is a bit choppy. We'll try to fix it for next week. What was I going to say? It was going to be a tough September no matter what happened. I would have loved to have gotten away 2-2. The Patriots had their chances last week, had their chances this week, because coming up, guys, the schedule, we got some manageable games that I've mentioned a couple times in these updates coming up. Next week, they've got the Lions at home in a 1:00 game. They'll play at the Browns after that. They'll play the Bears at home after that. And then they got the Jets at the Meadowlands. Those are 4 winnable games. Now, if they go 3-1, well, all of a sudden they're 4-4, and who knows what can happen. The schedule gets tougher after that, or maybe it doesn't, because the Colts are not setting the world on fire. They got the Jets again. They play them twice in 3 weeks. Then you got a tough run with the Vikings, the Bills, the Cardinals. We'll get Josh McDaniel and his Raiders playing at home. So listen, it is time to make hay this next 4 weeks. Win 4, you're above 500. You're probably better than you thought you would be. You'd be 5-3. I'd be happy at 4-4 after 8 games with the way they've started. Again, knew this would be a tough September. Thought they might squeak 2 wins out. Not giving up on this season. I'm seeing positive notes every week, especially with the offense. Problem is, we fix one thing, another thing gets broken. Yesterday, the run defense got a little bit lax as they tried to concentrate on stopping Rodgers, which maybe is understandable. They did play better on offense. The play calling, again, I thought continued to improve. So this team just needs to start turning this into victories now. Continue this progress that we knew was going to be a learning process here in September, an extension of training camp. So now that time's over. The time to win games is now. There's no moral victories, as it says here on the banner. Patriots played well, fought hard. They fought hard every game. I will not fault them for their effort. I will not fault them for anything except losing football games. And some of that has been on the coaches. Some of that's been on the quarterback. But it isn't for lack of effort. But you don't have moral victories in this league. You have to win games. And the time to start winning games is now. The Bills are 3-1. The Dolphins are 3-1, 2 full games ahead of the Patriots, who are tied with the Jets for last place, as it were, in the AFC East. So the time to catch fire and turn this momentum, these improvements, these incremental improvements every week into victories. And I really am confident this team is going to start to play winning football here very shortly, because there's 4 winnable games right in front of them, 4 in a row. Go out and get it done. Best case scenario, win all 4. Worst case scenario, please win 3 out of 4 and be 4-4 after 8 games. And then who knows what can happen. I'm excited. Is Bailey Zappi the answer to the Patriots quarterback problems? I don't think so. I think Mac Brown is still the quarterback of this team. Don't get nervous. But if Bailey Zappi plays well for the next 4 or 5 weeks, we might have an interesting conversation on our hands. Who knows? Mac should not lose his job to injury, believe me. He's played well enough. He's had a tough time, I think, getting confidence in the new play scheme and the play calling. He will get there. But Bailey Zappi maybe has given them an alternative if it's needed somewhere down the road. Exciting times. I think it's been. Listen, Bill Belichick was into this game yesterday. I think he's now getting his win for this season as well. So let's fight. Let's win some games. Keith Engel, TGI Sports Talks, Patriot update recap for Week 4. We'll see you later.